Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and wasn't going to do this, but I couldn't sleep. And I figured, why not do a little, probably not a little quick video, but a video. I got a few more stuff, and after this, I really will not be doing getting anything else because there's way too much money, and you will not be seeing another up. The only way you'll be seeing another update anytime soon will be if someone sent me stuff. But other than that, it was way too much, and it's my own fault. But since I'm on the 15-minute limit, let's get to it. First and foremost, I want to thank someone who sent me this movie because he asked, "Hey, do you want this movie?" Because I reviewed it. Granted, I wasn't really a big fan of the movie, but I think I mentioned in the review, "Hey, I'd get it for $1, or if it was free." I guess he heard that, so he sent it to me, and I will definitely keep it point blank with Mickey Rourke. It had potential, but man, it could have been so much better. But I'm glad I have it in my collection. And I want to thank Campbell Fan 22 for that. That was very kind of him. It's always humbling when that happens. Thank you so much. I know I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but at the same time, like I said, it had potential, and Mickey Rourke had potential. It just could have done a lot better. But thank you, Campbell Fan 22. That's very nice of you. The Jaws Blu-ray. I know I bitched about this, and I will admit, I'm big enough man to admit. No, I'm not, but I'll do it anyway. Um, I'm not. But fuck it, I'll do it anyway. If you're a big Blu-ray guy, this is one you need to get because the picture quality is beautiful, the sound is great. It does have the features like the 2-hour documentary from the previous DVDs, but it also has the shark is still working. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, and it's a really great one. The guy, whoever did like the original music, I guess the guy has a CD out. He did a really good job with it. But who knows? Maybe I'll review this sometime. But I figure it would be good, but I will not take back what I was bitching about. My main complaint was I wanted to see the over 3-hour version of The Shark is Still Working. This is great. And it's like, okay, I want to see the rest of it now because it was so good. And that's not a knock against the people who made it. And it was never meant to knock the people who made that. It was, oh, I heard there was a 3-hour version. And I thought it was going to be like the Return of the Living Dead, the More Brains documentary, where you would get it by itself. And then you would get, okay, the deleted scenes. That could be the other 90-some minutes, 80, 90 minutes that was cut out. I don't care if it's like Trekkies. I like Trekkies. I like Trekkies too. So I will not apologize for that because that's not a knock against them. It's I really want to see that. I want to see the rest of that. I really liked what I saw. I want to see the rest of it. That's a good thing. But when I talked about it, people took it as a bad thing. So I took the video down because I'm like, you know what, I want to be fair. Those guys worked their butts off. I don't want to, that wasn't my intention. My intention was, I heard it was a 3-hour version. It was cut down pretty much by half. It was disappointing. I'm not going to apologize for that. But what's there is really good. And again, if you're a big Blu-ray guy, it's one definitely worth the pickup. Best Worst Movie, wonderful documentary on Troll 2. Great bad movie. Very heartfelt documentary. Even if you're not a big fan of Troll 2 or you don't know much about Troll 2, it's still really well done. Even Roger Ebert says curiously touching on the back. It's got a lot of features too, but that's what I'm talking about. I thought like this has a lot of features. A lot of deleted scenes and stuff. Like this is what the shark is still working. I thought it'd be like this by itself. And whatever was cut out would be in the bonus features. But oh well. The Psycho Legacy. I don't have the first Psycho, I know, but I do like the sequels. And this was Shout Factory that released this. Has a lot of stuff. Has a 80-some minute feature on the making of the films. over 3 hours of content, and especially like a 40-minute panel discussion with Anthony Perkins, of course, before he passed away, and a lot of other features. So very interesting stuff. I mean, this talks about Psycho 2, 3, and 4. Doesn't really talk about the remake. For some reason, they cut that out, but it's actually on YouTube. That clip. So I don't know why they cut it out of this DVD, but maybe they just didn't want to piss someone off, I guess. But yeah, Psycho Legacy. If you like any of the films, they interview a lot of people like Robert Loggia, Olivia Hussey, Henry Thomas, Tom Holland, Mick Garris, um, a few folks. So that's pretty cool. I know I don't have the Psycho, the first one. I have 2, 3, and 4. I would get it for the collection, but it's so expensive. It's like at least a good copy. Is there one that has like a documentary? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Psycho, the first one, but I respect it. I think the background of the movie is probably more interesting. Speaking of which, about that, this is sort of weird. I don't finish it, but for anyone who's overseas, I don't know if anyone's in Germany. I was just thinking of special editions. Apparently, there's something on From Dusk Till Dawn. I guess a Blu-ray in Germany that actually has like a 20-minute new interview with George Clooney and like a 30-minute interview with Robert Kurtzman. I'm try to put the clip down below where you see a snippet of it. Someone let me know about that. Where you can get it? Does it play? Like if a Blu-ray's overseas, I guess I'd be fucked anyway because I don't know if Blu-rays you can play them in the U.S. or if there's a Blu-ray or a Blu-ray. I don't know how that works. Like if a Blu-ray in Germany can work here, because I would like to get that because I would love to hear an interview with the George Clooney and Robert Kurtzman. But how much is it? Here I am saying I'm not gonna buy anything, but yet here I am. But that's when I'm like, why couldn't that be released here? I would love to see that. But if you have, I'm gonna put the clip. If anyone has any ideas, any information, please let me know. I know it's stupid. I said I'm not gonna buy anything, but then that popped in my head. But that's something maybe I'll save up for Christmas. Just yeah, I love From Dusk Till Dawn and a new interview with George Clooney and Robert Kurtzman. I would love to see that, but it's only on that. I mean, I know I have a region-free DVD player, but I don't know how Blu-rays work, or if it's that jerk. Anyway, maybe someone can let me know. Please feel free. Um, and then this set is the main reason why I'm gonna try to be saving money. And if I ever get anything, either someone send it to me, or if anyone helps that From Dusk Till Dawn thing, hopefully. Or maybe if I save up for Christmas, I'll buy me something. I don't know. But I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. Yes, I am one of those people that was disappointed with the movies, but that's just my opinion. So I bought this set, and the set was kind of, not even kind of, it was pretty spendy. I had saved up, and people were like, well, why didn't you buy this and that? Well, this is one of those things I've been wanting to get for a while, and to be honest, I thought it was a pretty decent deal. It was about, with shipping, with handling, with everything, it was a little less than $80. It was like $78. I know it's a lot. But I thought it was a pretty decent deal because I was able to get the 67 collection of Spider-Man, which is all the cartoons. I don't know why I opened it, but... And I don't think these were even released. The 1981, which I have never seen this. I think I had seen some of them. I've never seen the 1981. I didn't even know there was an 81 version of Spider-Man, but it's the complete series. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Of course, this is the one I remember. Probably my favorite incarnation of Spider-Man. Because I'm a big fan of the comics. I haven't read them in forever, though. But the 90s cartoon, all the seasons. I don't know why the fuck it's gray, but whatever. Never been released officially, so. And then the last, well, it was that ended. They tried to have a new series that only lasted a season, and that's Spider-Man Unlimited. And then the MTV one that I guess didn't last that long, but I know Neil Patrick Harris actually voiced Spider-Man, and I thought he actually did a pretty good job with it. I remember liking the visuals, and this is one I'm interested. So that's a lot of good stuff there. And I guess I'll end it with this book I got, which this is a little bit of a rant. I haven't read the whole thing, obviously. I flipped through and read some stuff, and he did some interesting stuff about it. But this was only like 10, 11 bucks, so it didn't break the bank, thankfully. But I'm a little bit pissed, and I actually gave this is like the only review I actually typed on Amazon. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars, and here's the thing: since the Mammoth Book of Slasher Movies, right? A to Z guide. So I thought it was an A to Z guide for slasher movies. I mean, it says right there, the Mammoth Book of Slasher Movies, right? And on the side. And you see it has the Friday the 13th reboot on the cover, correct? You can, right? I keep saying that because I open it up and then I see in very tiny letters here an A to Z of slasher and splatter movies. Now, I like splatter movies, but I'm looking for slasher, not splatter. People are like, what's the difference? Well, you see this? If you look at this, would you expect Alien to be in here? Or Dawn of the Dead? Or Day of the Dead? Or The Evil Dead? Or Martyrs? I don't really think of them as slasher movies. Now, you're wondering, why are you so mad? You know, Alien, Dawn of the Dead, those are classics. I don't mind that. Evil Dead is classic. But there's stuff that they don't have in here. So I'm like, okay, there's stuff that you could have put in there instead of Evil Dead and Dawn of the Dead because it says slasher, and they're not slasher. The Dead Next Door is not a slasher movie. It's a zombie movie. Why is that in a big old slasher? Stuff that they don't have. They don't have any of the Friday the 13th sequels. They have the first film. They don't even have the remake, which is on the fucking cover. They don't have Slaughterhouse, Slaughter High, Fade to Black, a good one from 2000, Lighthouse, known as Dead of Night, I believe. Even the bad ones, you might as well talk about them, like Bloody Murder, Killjoy, none of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels, none of the Halloween sequels. I mean, come on. You're talking about slasher movies, A to Z. You don't have Halloween 2, or any of the Halloween sequels. You don't have any of the Friday the 13th sequels. None of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. Stuff like Fade to Black, Hell High, which is underrated. Like Slaughterhouse, Slaughter High, Lighthouse. I just don't understand that. I mean, none of the Scream sequels. Even if you don't like them, it's A to Z. That's good and bad, and there's some bad ones in here too. But it's like, okay, why don't you have Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, or the fucking reboots on the cover, and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 or 4, but yet you have fucking, let's see, Shaun of the Dead. You don't have Fade to Black. You don't have I mean, you got April Fool's Day, you got My Bloody Valentine, you got New Year's Evil, and some of it is like not much, and some of it's okay, some decent info, but it's like, okay, you have Shaun of the Dead and Alien, but not Slaughterhouse, Slaughter High, or any of the Friday the 13th sequels. None of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. Lighthouse. I know there's more than, Killjoy. Jack Frost, about the killer snowman. That's more of a slasher movie than Shaun of the Dead. Whether you like it or not. I'm talking about the one with not with Michael Keaton, but it's the Man Butcher Slasher films. It's kind of false advertising, so be warned. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff, but still be warned. But either way, thanks for watching, and take care.